Vanachari Jayuranhamanova Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrijanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrijanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jayudanhamanova Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashta Prayasya Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Parityabharcha Deshnagham Pashadad Abhivandyacha Yeshatat Adhishtatum Yeshatat Adhishtatum Yeshatat Adhishtatum Bibhradrupam Hiranmayam Parityabharja Deshnargyam Parityabharja Deshnargyam Parityabharja Deshnagryam Pashada Abhivandyacha Pashada Abhivandyacha Yeshatat Adhishtatum Bibhrat Rupam Hiranmayam Bibhrat Rupam Hiranmayam Parityabharja Deshnagryam Parityabharja Deshnagryam Parityabharja Deshnagryam Pashada Abhivandyacha Yeshatat Adhishtatum Bibhrat Rupam Hiranmayam Parityabharja Deshnagryam Pashada Abhivandyacha Yeshatat Adhishtatum Bibhrat Rupam Hiranmayam Paritya Parityabharja Deshnagryam Bibhrat Rupam Hiranmayam. Yes, try.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी। प्रत्याध्यक्ष दृष्ण्याग्रम परिषद अभिवन्द्य च ये सदतिष्ठातं बिभ्रद्रूपं हिरण्मयम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, थैंक यू।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। परित्यागच्छ कृष्णाग्र्यं पार्षदावभिवन्द्य च येष तदधिष्ठातुं बिभ्रद्रूपं हिरण्मयम्। Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी परित्याभ्यार्च्य दिष्णार्घ्यं पार्षदाव अभिवन्द्य च ईश तत् अधिष्ठातुं बिभ्रद् रूपं हिरण्मयम् हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। परित्याग अभास्ते कृष्णार्घ्यं पार्षदाः अभिवन्दच ये तदधिष्ठातुं बिभ्रद् बिभ्रद्रूपं हिरण्मयम्। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी परित्याप्यच्य कृष्णाग्रं पार्षदावविबन्ध्य च ईश ईयेष तद्दिष्टातुं बिभ्रद्रूपं हिरण्मयम्
Yes. Anybody else?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी सादर प्रणाम। परित्याभ्यर्चर्य धिष्ण्या अग्र्यं पार्षदाव अभिवन्द्य च येष तदधिष्ठातुं बिभ्रद्रूपं हिरण्मयम्। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी परित्याभ्यर्च्य धिष्ण्यार्घ्यं पार्षदाव अभिवन्द्य च ईश तद् अधिष्ठातुं बिभ्रद्रूपं हिरण्मयम् हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
Chalo. Done everybody. We go proceed. Paritya, having circumambulated. Abhyarcha, having worshipped. Dhishnya agrayam, the transcendental aeroplane. Pashada, unto the two associates. Abhivandya, having offered obeisances. Cha, also. Yesha, he attempted. Tat, that plane. Adhishtatum, to bow. Vibhrat, illuminating. Rupam, his form. Hiranmayam, golden. Before getting aboard, Dhruva Maharaj worshipped the aeroplane, circumambulated it, and also offered obeisances to the associates of Vishnu. In the meantime, he became as brilliant and illuminating as molten gold. He was thus completely prepared to board the transcendent plane. Before getting aboard, Dhruva Maharaj worshipped the aeroplane, circumambulated it, and also offered obeisances to the associates of Vishnu. In the meantime, he became as brilliant and illuminating as molten gold. He was thus completely prepared to board the transcendental plane. Yes, it's going to read. Yes, Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी Purport by Sri Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. In the absolute world, the plane, the associates of Lord Vishnu and Lord Vishnu himself are all spiritual. There is no material contamination. In quality, everything there is one. As Lord Vishnu is worshipable, so also are his devotees, his paraphernalia, his airplane, and his abode, for everything of Vishnu's is as good as Lord Vishnu. Dhruva Maharaja knew all this very well as a pure Vaishnava, and he offered his respects to the associates and to the plane before riding in it. But in the meantime, his body changed into spiritual existence, and therefore it was illuminating like molten gold. In this way, he also became one with the other paraphernalia of Vishnu Loka. Maya, the philosophers, cannot imagine how this oneness can be achieved even in different varieties. Their idea of oneness is that there is no variety. Therefore, they have become impersonalist. As Shishumara, Vishnu Loka or Dhruva Loka are completely different from this material world. So a Vishnu temple within this world is also completely different from this material world. As soon as we are in a temple, we should know very well that we are situated differently from the material world. In the temple, Lord Vishnu, his throne, his room, and all other things associated with the temple are transcendental. The three modes, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna, have no entrance into the temple. It is said, therefore, to live In the forest is in the mode of goodness, to live in the city is in the mode of passion, and to live in a brothel, liquor shop, or slaughterhouse is in the mode of ignorance. But to live in the temple means to live in Vaikuntha Loka. Everything in the temple is as worshipable as Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatadeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare 4:12:29 Paritya Bharja Dishnagriyam Pashada Bhavivandyacha Yeshatad Adhishtatum Bibhrat Rupam Hiranmayam. Before getting aboard, Guru Maharaj worshipped the aeroplane, circumambulated and also offered obeisance to the seats of Vishnu. In the meantime, he became as brilliant and illuminating as molten gold. He was thus completely prepared to board the transcendental aeroplane. There is a practice when people buy a car, they bring to the temple, they want the car to be worshipped. But what is so worshipable about that car? In what way is that car different from the car of any other person? So everything can become worshipable provided the Vaikuntha airplane is only used to take you back to the spiritual world. Therefore, it is worshipable. It is only used by devotees with pure consciousness. Therefore, it is worshipable. You know, in America, they had this practice. They knew when Prabhupada is coming, they would buy a Mercedes. Later, not in the beginning. Devotees were struggling. But later, as the movement exploded, there were temples in America loaded with money. So every time Prabhupada comes to a temple, they'll buy a Mercedes, brand new Mercedes, and use it for Prabhupada. And then, the moment Prabhupada goes, people will be grabbing all the big, rich congregations, waiting to purchase it. They used to do like that. Because they know this car was used by Shakti Veshavatara of the Lord, Acharya of the Golden Age. He used the car. So that's special. Just for a day, just for maybe not even a day, maybe half an hour, the car becomes glorious. In fact, some temples have preserved that car. Still kept it. You know, everything used by an acharya, his umbrella, his slippers, his clothes, his bucket, his mug, becomes worshipable. The place he sleeps, that bed. But what is the difference? Consciousness. So actually, we are going to the spiritual world by changing the consciousness. Now Prabhupada is saying something very interesting here. He's saying that in a temple, even Sattva-guna should not enter. So therefore, actually we are not qualified to be in the temple. Tamoguna is not allowed. Rajoguna is also not allowed. Even Sattva-guna is not allowed, only Krishna consciousness. So, when the people come to the temple, that we are building a temple, physical structure is secondary. Even a hut will do if there is a good consciousness. The temple, the building, beautiful building of the temple can only expand and explode the pure Krishna consciousness with which the devotees are living. If the devotees are not having pure Krishna consciousness, then the whole structure is just a sense gratification. That's some structure. What it will exemplify, the temple makes people submissive. The very architecture is traditional architecture, and there are some principles. The temple makes a person submissive. A person seeing a beautiful temple becomes. In that atmosphere, you can easily implant Krishna consciousness when you have it. If you do not have Bhakti Lata Bija, then what you are going to implant in his heart? Karma, Jnana Bija, Yoga Bija, which are all useless. That is being done by the society itself. So what is so special about it? You will not be able to give Krishna consciousness if you do not have it. That principle you cannot cheat. You cannot cheat. So anyway, Srila Prabhupada used to have even a magazine by the name Back to Godhead. So here the instance what we are seeing is an instance, correct, of Dhruva Maharaj going back to Godhead is very, very important. Because overall, if you just try to appreciate this whole mission of Srila Prabhupada was go back home, back to God, back to God. And now here somebody is doing that. So therefore it is glorious. It's something very key. Just like you want to go to America and your friend is actually in America, when he comes here, how did you manage to get visa? How do you go there? How do you get job there? We are so interested. People take big, big loans. Somehow they can settle their child in America. Then among 10 friends they will say, where is he? He is in this city. He is in this city. And they feel very proud, very happy. So, but actually, even if you go to some other planet also, your birth, old age, disease, death is not going away. So what is the use? You will not become old in America. Somebody asked, Prabhupada was in America, so certain place, very beautiful. Nice valley, nice garden, nice trees, nice water, weather. So Prabhupada, isn't this beautiful? So Prabhupada said, it is so beautiful that devatas will not come and even pass urine here. Showing them that for person now, this is for standard of heaven, just imagine. Imagine compared to the standard of Vaikuntha, it is like, just like sometimes when we see a toilet, immediately in mouth saliva comes with a thu. So actually this world is, the most beautiful place in the world is like, thu. So dirty. Even materially, so dirty. Thu. Look at our faces, even that we will say, so dirty, so ugly we are actually. Spiritual world, they are so beautiful. Actually we are ugly, we know that. Nose is like that, this is like that. We can see that actually we are ugly. But somehow we start believing we are beautiful. Every person feels is very handsome, very beautiful. And biggest joke on earth. Okay. So now going back to Godhead, that is very important, that is the mission of our life. And with this mission, so many things happen. Now Krishna wanted to take, this fan is on where, God knows, soft. Krishna wanted to take Dhruva Maharaj back to Godhead. And so much tamasha is happening. नहीं बंद कर दो उसको, खींच दो. So much tamasha is happening in his life. You just think what all Krishna did in his life. Same thing Krishna is doing in our life. See, what Dhruva Maharaj did is not ordinary. Okay? But what role he played in this world? He played a role in the world of an ordinary boy, so attached to, position, he could not take insult, he's crying. He just played a role like one of us, totally affected. So, and then he's going to the forest. Narad Muni is telling him, forget it, what is all this? You should not get so much hurt. He's not listening. Kshatriya blood is running. He's just playing a role of one of us. And then when he makes his back to Godhead, isn't it interesting? Even Srila Prabhupada, he's an acharya of the golden age, a liberated personality from his childhood, Nitya Siddha. But still, he played in the world a role like an ordinary man. Guru is saying, go spread Krishna God. Oh no, what about my children? I have to take care of them. It's playing a role for us. So that if he can do such a big preaching, why cannot we do? That inspires us. Dhruva Maharaj, just like a normal child who got so much hurt. The stepmother said something, he's crying, his mother is crying. It's like playing a role. They are not belong to this world. The kind of determination which was shown by Dhruva Maharaj or by Srila Prabhupada shows they are not people of this world, they belong to the spiritual world. But still they play a role like that to encourage us, inspire us. And then you see that all this chutney that he's made of, in the life, varieties of chutneys, he's inserted, he goes out of the house, he's alone in the forest, then Narada meets him, and Narada says, forget it, it's not a big deal, no, I'm a Kshatriya blood, I want revenge. And finally, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, they see his sincerity, he's searching for Krishna, end of the day. So actually, none of us came to Krishna consciousness to get Krishna. None of us came to Iskcon movement, I want Krishna. No, we didn't come for that. We wanted something. Like Dhruva Maharaj was, even if he is looking for Krishna, wanted some kingdom greater than it. What he didn't want? He didn't want Krishna. He wanted a kingdom greater than his grandfather or great-grandfather, Brahma. Uttama, Swayambhuva, Manu, and then after that is Brahma. So he wanted a kingdom greater than them. That's all. He didn't want Krishna. Krishna has a means for that. But somehow or another, they're finding the Guru Krishna looking for an opportunity. Among all the chutney we are being made, Krishna is planning this way, that way. We are totally lost in this world of Rajoguna, Tamoguna. We are just like a quicksand. We are drowning. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, just imagine, if Krishna was not there in his life, he would have drowned in the ocean of grief, having been rejected by the stepmother and the father from the throne. He would have been crying all life. And then that quicksand is like that, more you dabble in it, more you drown. And that's how people are lost. And imagine Krishna saying, how to get this fellow out? How to get him out of this world? Just like Ajamila, even though so much sinful life is chanting Narayana name. Wow! Wow! Yes! Here is an opportunity, grab him. Grab him. They asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj, what he found special? He was Prabhupada's secretary. Prabhupada, most of the time, having a privilege to do personal service to Prabhupada for a long time. They asked, what quality of Srila Prabhupada struck you among all the things? He said that if he found even the slightest desire to serve Krishna in anybody, he used to just grab that person. Just catch him for service to Krishna. Even the slightest, that is the attitude of a Nitya Siddha who is there in this world as an associate of the Lord. He has that attitude. He's totally exemplifying the Lord's focus. Even the slightest desire to serve Krishna, grab that opportunity. Yes, wonderful. Do that. And then as you do that, people exist in different levels of relationship. Just like when Krishna was talking to Arjuna, he was not an enemy when he said, I don't want to fight. Not that. He's not an enemy of Krishna. He's still a friend of Krishna. So Krishna talks to him like a friend. Akirtikaram Arjuna. Arjuna, this will give you infamy. Aswargam. This will not take you to heaven, it will take you to hell. What kind of decision you are going to make now, Arjuna? What happened to you? You will go to hell with this kind of akirtikaram, Arjuna. But it's still not, see what happens to us, we expect a particular level of submission, certain level of etiquette in our relationship based on what position we have in this world, spiritual or moral or whatever we have. We expect certain way husband should respond, wife should respond, children should respond, based on whatever so-called ahankara you have in this world. But you may not be deserving that level of submission because of your qualities. You may not be, or that other person may not be so keen. So how do you deal with it? Yes, how do you deal? Just like Arjuna has approached Krishna and he's not having any submission. He is actually arguing with Krishna. But Krishna he's not zero, still positive, he's still friendly. He wants to still grab him for Krishna consciousness. And you see that attitude of Krishna. He's silent. He could have shut him up in the first, hey, shut up! What nonsense are you speaking? He did not say that. Then that opportunity to grab him for service to Krishna would have gone away. He's peacefully listening, yes. I remember when I was coming to Krishna consciousness, I met few people who were already practicing in my college. He had begun the practice. They were chanting 16 rounds, they were reading Prabhupada books. And one day I met them, so they said, I heard one class by Rasaraj Prabhu, and my interest had begun. Then I heard class by Prithu Prabhu, and then I started actually practicing Krishna consciousness. So at that moment, I asked, my colleague said, what are you doing, any spiritual practice? So nowadays I am reading a book, some Mayavada book I had taken from the library. If you meditate, you see red light, green light, blue light. They ignored all that. Had I, hey, what is the nonsense? You're speaking Mayavada, they got crazy, blah, 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 blah. All would have been, what should have been over? Should have been over. So many times it does happen that if you do not have a proper attitude of preaching, that to engage people in service to Krishna, and you get so much lost into whatever neophyte level they show attachment to this world, attraction to so-called, responsibilities of this world, then it's all over. Even Vaikuntha Prabhupada just playing the role of an acharya, and Srila Prabhupada is also belonging to the spiritual world, but see the role he's playing. He's coming in his heart, take sannyas, take sannyas. No, how can I do that? Horrible. How can I do my wife, my children? It's patient. Again coming in his dream, take sannyas, take sannyas. No, not possible, not possible. Like that. Prabhupada says with this humility of a Vaishnava, my Guru Maharaj dragged me. The humility of a Vaishnava is not belonging to this world, but he brought me to do this. So one day I lost all my business. So all the chutney was happening, like Dhruva Maharaj chutney. He wrote a letter to his father-in-law, save my honor, I don't have money. Any money to pay. This, my business is collapsed. I have no money now. There was the theft, I lost my agency, this happened, that happened, nothing is there. So chutney is happening, but Krishna is there. And again, to remind, not as a Nitya Siddha, he's playing a role of one of us, of an ordinary person like him, attached to the family and all this thing, and chutney is happening. Finally he said, what to do? Then, he remembered a verse which says, Krishna says, I become specially merciful to somebody, I take away the things he's attached to. Suppose somebody wants to serve Krishna, but is attached to so many silly, so-called, he's not engaging himself in service to Krishna because he's attracted to so-called silly attachments of this world. Krishna, what he does? Smashes everything. Harishe Tadhanam se. Krishna, that's why Krishna's name is Hari. And therefore raising hand is very dangerous. When you say, Govinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna, love, take. And what does Krishna take? He takes away all our silly attachments, so that actually we can focus our service to Lord Krishna. That's what Prabhupada took, focused. And his Guru knew that. He knew that he can do something very special. In fact, it is said that, but I heard from one of the devotees this, that was Mayapur, and Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada had called back 2 devotees he has sent to West from the Gaudiya Math was paying for it. to preach. He was not satisfied. They had opened some centers, not that they didn't do anything. Couple of centers had opened, but nothing much had happened, what he wanted, and it was a heavy expenditure for the Gaudiya Math. So he called them back, and the Navati Mandala Parikrama, organized Vaikuntha Prabhupada. Thousands of devotees are there, and he's giving his address. He's saying, so it did not happen, what I wanted. Prithvicha Yatovacha Nagaradi Gram, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted this. My father wanted all around the world people should chant the holy name of Krishna. It did not happen. But it will happen, may not be in my life, it will happen. And there was a dead silence. And Prabhupada, Vaikuntha Prabhupada was looking at Prabhupada. Prabhupada was looking, his eyes were fixed on him, the huge crowd. His eyes were fixed on Prabhupada. Take it up. Playing the role drama. They know. Internally they know something is happening, going to happen now. But externally, he's playing a role in encouraging a disciple. You'll do it now. You'll do it. Yes, yes. But my family is there. I'll do. Peacefully, peacefully. Just like Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj dragged him. Actually, that didn't happen. It was all an arrangement of the Lord. He's playing his life in such a way that it is encouraging for all of us. The struggle that Prabhupada went through, that encourages all of us and shows to us how great devotee he is. Okay, but externally the role is being played. And in fact, they asked Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, why don't you make him president of one of the Gaudiya Mathas? Because Prabhupada had actually helped open many Gaudiya Mathas in Allahabad and so many places. Prabhupada was a rich businessman at a particular time. So why don't you make him president of one of the... No, leave him alone. He will do everything alone one day. That's the Prabhupada. He will do everything alone one day. Leave him alone. He had pointed him, he had marked him, and externally he's seeing he's not taking up the role, but he's encouraging. Even in his dreams he's coming. Take sannyas. And Prabhupada is, what to do? My family. In fact, Prabhupada again playing the role of a humble devotee says, actually I wasted so much time. I could have taken mission of my Guru Maharaj right at 26 years when I was ordered. 44 years I wasted. He didn't waste. It was arrangement of the Lord, but for us an example. So we can see from those examples of Guru Maharaj, so much things happen. Upside, downside. At the end of the day, he got pure Krishna Bhakti. That is what is needed to be seen. Among all the drama, you see that happened. He left his house, he's crying, his mother is crying, Narad Muni meets him. What do you want? No, I want revenge, Pratishod. I want revenge. I want a kingdom greater than that. He's not thinking about Krishna at that time. All the drama and all. So in everybody's life actually, Krishna is doing the same chutney. This way, that way, this way, that way. And finally, if you get all this among the chutney, Krishna's only business is how I can become a pure devotee. If in all the dynamics that our life is going through, this happens, that happens, that's okay. The Guru Maharaj's life, what dynamics is happening? Big dynamics. Proper life, they're all pure devotees. Big dynamics happen still. This happened, that happened. Property is lost, this, that, dynamics. He leaves everything, goes to Vrindavan. Big dynamics. But what did he? He is already a pure devotee. The Guru Maharaj also is not an ordinary person. At 5 years of age, have a determination to see Krishna. He's not an ordinary person. But externally, playing a role of a common man like us, with all the drama, they got pure devotion. That is what is needed. So all that drama we do of services in this world, we do rules, we do that, we have to get Shuddha Bhakti. Correct? And therefore Prabhupada is saying, temple is not a place, no tamoguna should exist. Tamoguna means lethargy, dullness. We are hearing the Goswamis in Krishna consciousness, not even sleeping. Sometimes not even sleeping 2 hours. They came to Vrindavan, they could have nicely slept there, correct? They're not even sleeping. Because they are not in material platform, they are in spiritual platform, full of energy. Spiritual platform means you don't get tired, full of energy to serve Krishna. And definitely no sinful activity. That is Tamaguda. Rajaguda is slightly better, no lethargy. Therefore, many people, when they are busy, so-called karmi work, they feel very happy, I'm busy. Because it is better than the lethargy. I'm busy. You may be rolling beats, but you may be in Tamaguda. Because modes have to change. Your medicine is started, but modes might not have changed. Yeah, I'm a rolling beat. Yeah, it's just a rolling beat. But why you're in Tamaguda? But Rajaguda means, okay, lethargy is over. There was one devotee was sleeping. Prabhupada said, get up. And Prabhupada was working, doing his work. Get up. He's still sleeping. Then Prabhupada told him, Tamoguna is even worse than Rajaguda. Correct? People who are in the material world, running around for sense enjoyment, they're better than a man who's sleeping in the temple. He's sleeping. What is he doing? Simply sleeping. They're at least working. Rajaguda. Therefore, when we are not having any engagement, it is more dangerous than working as a karmi. So somebody may not be in a temple, but he's outside, busy whole day, comes back home, chants his round, reads. He may be better than a person who's sitting in a temple. If the person in a temple is sleeping, he's better than that. Because idle mind devil's workshop, even though he's sitting inside temple, he may be thinking of sinful activities. His mind really absorbed thinking about opposite sex. Mind is disturbed by sinful desires. That person is better because even though he's not in a temple, he's busy all day. So Rajaguna is always better than Tamoguna. Beats rolling is going on, not a big deal. We have to see which mode we are in. And the next is Sattva-guna. In Sattva-guna, there is no lethargy and there is no desire for any sense enjoyment. Rajaguna is good compared to Tamoguna, but then there is enviousness, there is jealousy. So if somebody, we see people are rolling beats, still envious of each other, still fighting. They're not just rolling beats. They are not come to Krishna consciousness. They are still in Rajaguna. Envious of each other, can't stand each other. Rajaguna. They're practicing Krishna. Therefore it is said, proper jokes of Krishna consciousness easily contaminated in 81 varieties. What is the contamination? 81 varieties. Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, Tamoguna. Multiply 3 into 3, 9 into 9, 81. 81 colors we can make. And devotion service is contaminated by these 81 colors. So don't think just because I'm chanting, I'm on spiritual platform. No, sir. You're still on material platform. You're just taking medicine, that's all. Then otherwise, why is Kanishta Madhyama Uttama discussed? Just because you're holding it, you don't become Uttamadhikari. You're still Kanishta Adhikari. Kanishta Adhikari is just a beginner. Kanishta Adhikari means Rajaguna, Tamoguna, everything is mixed in his heart. In Madhyamadhikari, Rajaguna, Tamoguna goes away. There's only Sattva-guna. But he's still not a Vaishnava. He's trying to become. Vaishnava means Uttamadhikari. Vaishnava, Prabhupada, was a very big thing. And what happens when we read, Vaishnava is even greater than a Brahmana. Yes, yeah, Brahmana is in Sattva-guna, sir. You are still in Rajaguna, Tamoguna. And then the Rajaguna, Tamoguna are gone, so Sattva-guna, there is no lethargy. And we have to congratulate a man in Rajaguna because he has given up lethargy. But you have to congratulate a man in Sattva-guna, not only given up lethargy, he has given up plans of material enjoyment. No harassment of the heart. Heart is calm, peaceful. Brahmabhuta, Prasannatma. Gradually he comes to, from Sattva-guna, he comes to this platform, Prasannatma. Na shochati, na kanshati. He doesn't hanker for anything and doesn't lament for anything that he loves. Very calm and peaceful. Then from there he is coming from Sattva-guna going to Krishna consciousness. Now just imagine Prabhupada is saying in a temple, Tamoguna should not exist. Rajaguna should not exist. Even Sattva-guna should not exist. Because Sattva-guna there is a comfort, I am peaceful. I am more wise than people outside. They are running for sense enjoyment. They are wasting time watching movies. I am not doing that. They are wasting time playing games. I am not doing that. They are whole day reading news. I am not doing that. I am reading Bhagavad Gita. I am chanting Hare Krishna. It's okay. But you are still stuck to Sattva-guna. Because in Sattva-guna there is no waves of love of Krishna. Sattva-guna, we are doing sadhana, that's all. We are sattvic and we are doing sadhana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But it is not Krishna Prema. This is still Sattva-guna only. You are practicing Krishna consciousness in Tamoguna. You are practicing Krishna consciousness in Rajaguna. You are practicing Krishna consciousness in Sattva-guna. You are practicing Krishna consciousness. Now you have actually started tasting the love of Krishna. And then there is no effort to even chant. All the waves and ripples of love of Krishna that we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows. Actually, when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita, then we understand, I'm not a devotee. We understand, I'm not a devotee. Now you see Dhruva Maharaj, how beautiful is his heart. Vaikuntha Vimana has come. He is paying, worshipping the Vaikuntha Vimana. And what are we doing? All of us stupid cars. They harass, please worship. Why we want to worship your car? We gone crazy or what? You use the car for watching movies, use the car for all sense gratification. Why we should worship? Somebody said, come to my house, please worship my chair, please worship my bed. Why we should do that? Gone crazy, you worship, why you're asking others to worship? You're using all for sense enjoyment. Why we should worship it? Correct? Sometimes what to do? We can't say anything, we say, okay, we'll do. But why we should do? No, Griha Pravesha, please come. Why I should worship your house? You made this house for sense enjoyment. So please come for marriage. Why I should come for your marriage? You're marrying for sense enjoyment, for sex life. We are not interested. People think it's divine. No, my Namakarana, my child, please come for my child now. Why I should come for that? You're only planning your son does sense enjoyment. You're only planning that. It's a sinful life. Why we want to worship a sinful life? Nonsense. Isn't it? The Karmakandi principle, they make crazy. They make, we are not interested. Vyavaharical level, we don't say anything. Yes, we'll come for marriage, we'll come Namakarana, we come for Griha Pravesha, you'll say, bring your car, please worship. Okay, we'll put Narsimha and Dua. What nonsense it is actually. Crazy. Isn't it crazy? Why you're dragging people to worship things which are nonsense? Just think about it. But Vaikuntha Vimana is worshipable. Isn't it? Yes. That is correct or not? He is not going Griha Pravesha. He is not worshipping people, car, all nonsense. Isn't it nonsense? We participate in all this karma kanda and start believing. Some marriage is happening in India. They're getting every celebrity from the world. Why waste of time? Just like an ordinary dog and cat. It's not a, what is their worshipable in it? Why they're getting all the people around the world, all the celebrities, spending billions of dollars. They're saying this year, the biggest marriage. Why? Aren't these people crazy? You go to them, give little money, we can build a temple. No. Waste of time, waste of money. Isn't it crazy? And we read. We also see who all are coming. Because that's what we are interested in. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasakta na taya abheta chetasa Vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhauna vidhiyate. We are attracted by all this kind of tamasha in this world. But people drag us to that. Please come, my Griha Pravesha. Please come. But okay, in the heart there is not much excitement. It is not like Vaikuntha Vimana. Now let us come, that is separate. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, Narad Muni was thinking how to catch him for service to Krishna. So we may come to just do kirtan. House is not worshipable. We know it will be used for only sense enjoyment. But still, okay, let us do kirtana. Or holy name will be chanted. Somehow grab that soul like Narad Muni engaged Dhruva Maharaj. Somehow engage. So we may do these things, but the attention should be now, particularly when we are building a temple, we should be very careful. That Prabhupada used to say, not the farthing should be used for sense enjoyment. Very careful. Money, the hard-earned money of people given for worship of the Lord. And if a proper consciousness, now it's always shades of grey. The wisest people have their own home. At their home also they are worshipping. Why they come to temple? Because they expect a higher consciousness. I remember once we had gone to Srirangam, the very huge temple. And as we were at the door, one person, and the door there was a bell, the doors are decorated there. He just pulled it, pluck, and put it in his pocket. So I told him, why you are doing this? This belongs to, no, this is sacred, belonging to the temple. I'll keep it in my puja room and I'll do aarti. So anything, people have that kind of an attitude. You have to be careful. Oh, there's a door of the temple, let me take it away. I'll do aarti. You can do that, but perhaps the temple or a house, it doesn't become by the shape. Something may be a shape of just an house. True, for practical preaching we tried for so many years. When it is shape of a house or shape of a temple, 100 times is the number of visitors change. In Iskcon, that's the difference. Just like say today, in a day how many people come? 4 or 5 people come. So when you have the temple, 500 will come every day. That's the formula. On a Sunday, how many people you get? You get 100 people, 10,000 people will come. So that is why we do such a struggle. It's a big struggle for us to build a temple, this headache, that headache. Because 100 times it amplifies the number of people we are interacting. Okay? But if you are not Krishna conscious, this is really waste. Correct? This is just a vessel you have created. Nice big vessel. But if there is no Krishna conscious to put, then what is the use? Then it will have no use. People, at the end of the day, you cannot cheat the process. What we cannot do? We cannot cheat the process. To give God is not easy. Krishna Shakti vina na hoye parivartana. Correct? Without Krishna's Shakti, you cannot turn anybody. We will be speaking for 1,000 years or 1,000,000 years we will speak. The person will not even follow regulative principle. Forget about taking shelter of the parampara. He will not. Because Krishna Shakti is needed. Once Krishna Shakti is there, all this is ahetuki. All so-called conditioning people will break. People give all so-called silly excuses. They give because they have actually not tasted the happiness of Krishna consciousness. Just like boy and a girl, when they fall in love, they break every rule on earth. They don't care for anything, just to stay together. Correct? Because they're finding so-called maithuna agaraha. They find so-called pleasure in that. Silly pleasure, but they find so much pleasure in that. So similarly, when we have tasted actually even a drop of happiness of Krishna consciousness, no rules, no regulations, no norms, these are all excuses. We throw all that away. We throw everything away. When gopis at the home, when Krishna played the flute, the gopis ran. Some of them were feeding their children. They put the children on the bed. Hare Krishna. They stopped feeding the child. Some were feeding their husband. They stopped doing that. All the duties. Isn't it a duty of woman? Take care of the child, take care of the husband. So many things were there. Correct? Their husbands were stopping the door, bolting the door. They just left. And some of them, the doors are closed, they could not go out. They left the body and they went in the spiritual body to dance with Krishna. Can you imagine what was happening? So Prabhupada writes in the purport there, when somebody actually becomes evolved in Krishna consciousness, no so-called duty, the responsibility of the word can stop. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it. If it stops, now we have not still tasted. Once you have tasted, see that's the nature, no? The soul is hankering for happiness. What is it hankering for? Happiness. So once you have tasted real happiness, even for small sexual pleasure we see today, they go against. We didn't have that case in Kerala. That one girl got involved in the Muslim boy, the father went to the High Court gave some relief to the father, but then the Muslim boy went to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court bring both of them together in the court. The whole community is against that relationship. Girl said, no, I love that boy. And that marriage happened finally. Court said, okay, they both are adults, they want to. It broke very soon. Okay. It didn't survive. The girl went back home after the whole drama. But why did she say that? Because she finds little happiness. Mother, father are crying, no. Whole community is holding and crying, no. She still went because she found some so-called happiness, which is so-called illusion. Metal world means only an illusion. Prajati yada kama. That's a Siddha Prajna. He understands it's only an illusion. All the pleasures in this world are only an illusion. But still, the people become mad and run. And what is that pleasure? A drop of pleasure compared to Krishna conscious pleasure. A drop of Krishna conscious pleasure means person is so other kind of behavior. But you cannot hold him. No use. You cannot hold him. Once somebody has tasted, Narad Muni says, Shanai, Shanai. He will keep remembering that. Even you take him out of that, keep remembering. So sweet. That was so sweet. I was practicing Krishna consciousness in my college at the end finally. And I was enjoying it. And when I went home, 3-4 months waiting at home, just feeling so suffocated. And when he came to Bangalore, went to enter the temple again, was talking to devotees, Krishna consciousness. Just so much it is pleasurable. How you can take away somebody who has tasted Krishna consciousness? It's foolishness. You cannot take it. And at the same time, if somebody can be kept away, it's not possible. They're giving silly excuses. No, my mother wants this. These are all silly excuses they give because they are actually not tasted. Once actually we have tasted, nothing can stop. Nothing can stop. Just like the gopis. No rules, regulation of the world, no norm, nothing can stop a person who has once tasted Krishna consciousness. He will continue to serve Krishna in whatever position. Okay? And continuing like that, whatever situation we are in, we do some service, continue. And finally, all that is credit in account of Krishna. We become eligible to go back to God. Hare Krishna, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the class.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji,
Dandat Pranam. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna
no problem.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'll give you one small experience what I felt. Last month I had a birthday. My son had given a party, small party in 5-star. So I had to stay there one night. And the very moment as we came back next day, on the division of the road, one way was going to Iskcon. I said, I'm going to Iskcon. I was like, I left the car, I took a bus and I ran away to Iskcon. I was more happy there than in the 5-star. So this is, though we are Kanishta and all, we already have that kind of little happiness. We already find it's utmost happiness. So this is what you have said and I felt connected to it. Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pranams Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
Have darshan of Sriradhagovinda.
Hari Bol, Radhe Radhe.
Radha Govinda ki jai.
Yes. I darshan kara.
Beautiful singer.
Hello, Radha Govinda ki jai.
Radha Govinda singer is so beautiful.
Vacha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubheva patitanam pavanebhyo Ananda Kodi Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.